rare de voir un centre ici au Congo de faire ce que le PSLS a fait. Et à part ça, je félicite tous les assistants et je promets que je vais former les étudiants gratuitement comme ils m'ont formé parce que j'ai vraiment payé rien. Donc le montant que j'ai payé c'est vraiment insignifiant et je remercie tous les assistants. À part ça, j'ai vraiment une émotion. Aujourd'hui c'était une grande journée et je suis arrivé à gagner le travail. J'ai vraiment travaillé. À part ça, je me suis vraiment préparé. Au début nous étions au nombre de 15 et si je vois le nombre qu'on a commencé ici, c'est vraiment étonnant et aujourd'hui je suis parmi les 4 et je pense que je vais gagner et être le premier à la finale. Merci. Thank you, Mr. Gaston. We're so glad to see you in front of us and we have seen you in the competition, you're among the winners. And we just want to know what is your emotion. What do you think about the competition? What can you tell to all those people who are watching you and who are waiting for you in the final? Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. I'd like to tell you that this competition has been traveled. We have gone through flights, through ordeals. We met problems after problems. And what helps us to keep our chin up is just hard working. And hard working is the secret.
It's a joy and a privilege for me and my brother to stand in front of you. You know, the PSLS English Award of Honor. We're just happy to welcome you here. Before we go deeper, we're going to start with a prayer. Mr. You choose something to say before we pray?
Normally, you see, we are going to start as usually. From the beginning, we are used to beginning with a prayer.
Of course.
Yeah, that's why today I would like you to stand up first. And yeah, I'm going to call Roger. Can you pass? Yeah, okay. Roger, you have the floor.
Thank you. We can close our eyes and pray. We thank you, the Master of Masters, the Lord of Lords, for this privilege and honor that you have given us to be here, Lord. If it's not you, Lord, we could not be here. That's why we have to be thankful to you, Lord. That's why we're here. Master Jesus, we want to start our ceremony. Lord, we need your presence. Angels must come here. Master Jesus, without you, we can't do anything. That's why we want your presence to start with us from the beginning until the end. In Jesus Christ's name, we say thank you, Master Jesus.
Thank you, Master Jesus.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Clap your hands for Jesus. That's great. That's great. Thank you. Without too much delay, we're just going to give you an overview of our competition. Then we had 12 competitors during this competition. Now there are just 3 remaining ones. Now today they are going to compete in front of you, and I just want to make sure that all of them are already qualified. This to say they won the competition. But today it will be a question of positions. Okay, one of them is going to come in the first position, another one in the second, and the remaining one are in the third position. As for today, we're going to undertake some steps, but before we go deeper, I'm going to just to explain to you a little bit in some minutes PSLS English Award of Honor. This was the title of our competition, PSLS English Award of Honor. During our competition, there is someone who is entitled to tell you much more about this title. But I was about to say Mr. Smooth. Yeah. Mr. Pitch, do you have something to add about that?
Yeah, normally, especially students,
yeah,
we started with you, and you know normally what we are doing. We have got a slogan, and I don't think that they have already forgotten
No,
it.
no, no,
But
no.
today I'm going to remind you again.
Okay, right.
Yeah, maybe some guests don't know about it. That's why when we say if you love it, you can
Speak it.
Thank you. If you love it, you can
Speak it.
If you love it more, you can
Speak it. Clap your hand for him, he's too great.
Yeah, we are really honored today because we have got many people, okay, many people, but I'm going to hear really many, and so we even some, yeah, didn't come, but we are really honored to receive all of them, and I'm going to start on her, Miss Susie. Can you clap your hand for her? Yeah, and after her, it's Paul Mambo. Can you clap your hand? After Paul Mambo, it's Mr. Cornet. Can you clap your hand? And here we have Joshua. You know him correctly. After Joshua, we have Dick. You know him. Who is the supervisor of all assistants.
Just after Joe.
We have Roger Mboma. You know him correctly. Yeah, after Roger, we have Dicro.
Wow, again.
I think you gotta say to people that Dicro is your sister.
That's
Dicro, you gotta show them. You gotta see.
And after Dicro, we have Mr. Bedman. The number of assistants that we received, we are really honored, and you can take a seat.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, but we have to learn, you know, we will assistants, come on.
Yeah.
They could say we're not assistants. We are assistants different in the studio.
Okay,
We are assistants, clap your hand for us too.
The task to introduce and to animate the session, okay?
Okay, right.
Okay. Yeah.
And then, without too much delaying, as we're short of time, we're going to call Mr. Simone is going to come to tell us the story of the sailor, and after that, we're going to call this can be. We're going to call first Mr. Simone. He's going to tell you the story of the sailor, and you can clap your hands for him.
Okay, Mr. Smith, you have the floor. Well, so something wonderful happened at Barcelona in the year 1992. It was about Derek Redmond. I don't know if you know that runner. Do you know him? Oh, very famous runner who was ready to gain the 400 meters. Okay? And then he was supposed to be the first. But as he was running, he got trouble in his knee. Therefore, he collapsed. And then people were disappointed. Therefore, when people came to help him, he refused. And he began to walk to the God. And then his father came and said, "No, son, you cannot do like this. For you have a problem in your leg. You had better stop a little bit. You had better rest. For you have a problem." Do you know his answer? "I will not rest until I reach the goal. Suddenly, I am not the first. I'm no longer the first. But I had to reach the goal." And that's what he did. Then he tried to walk that way on one leg, just like this, jumping on one leg. It was horrible. Until he reached the goal. Yeah, I've been asked to speak about the story of the school, the St. Happy Fair School. Not a story, the history of the center. Not a story. There has been a real mistake there to correct. The history of the school, the idea of the creation.
The idea of the creation of Psls, that is practical school for language and science learners, goes back to the 90s, especially on July the 6th, 1998, on summer vacation. And then it came as an answer to the youth concerned for mastery for learning English, mastery of English, learning and mastery of English. The early years of the creation were not at all easy, not at all. For had to go through predicaments, plights, hard situations, ranking from how can I say the rental, how can I say the property rental, to the irregularities of the students. We had a lot of problems indeed, a lot of problems indeed. Well, I was asked to speak about a structure. Well, I was referred to in those days as a director or a senior lecturer, and my son John was referred to as the vice director or the junior lecturer. Thanks to John, the school has to stand. I can even say to stand up. All right, during many years. Due to his commitment, due to his efforts, and of course to his love with English. You can clap hands. Very well. Structure. And then we have a board of assistants. They have been introduced to you. After that, the goals. Well, in creating the Psls, that is private school for language and science learners, our goal was mainly scientific and linguistic. That's why we began by teaching computer science and of course English. This is not a school for English. It is not a school for of English. It is a school for a lot of languages, among which Spanish, German, French, as well as especially
Portuguese and Italian, all this.
and probably Chinese. And probably Chinese. Well, I think that's enough. Okay. And then the vision was to, I cannot say spiritual vision. This is a moral school. Okay? Not a school for morality or for morals, but a moral. Alright? Being Christian, we have to educate the best way. And the best way is through the word of God. That's what we do. Thank you.
The class, when I see everybody, I really have tears coming out of my eyes. Because I remember, as my father said, many years back, when I was alone here in the forest, with all this kind of insecurity we have, and when I had no vision, when I had no shape. And today when I see Pavudi, when I see all these guys, I say glory to God. Can we clap hands for Jesus? Why to clap hands for Jesus? Simply because he's the one who helped me out. Really. I have never been in the United States of America. Of course my father does speak English, but we can say, I mean, he was not there to tell me, John, take the pen, write down A, B, C, no. My father is like a model for me, he's a mentor for me. But I don't deserve being here. And I don't deserve being the teacher of all these people. Really. This really goes deep in my heart, and I really have tears in my eyes seeing what this sinner has accomplished. And my father said it is because of commitment. And because I love not only English, but I love languages. Because by God's grace, with the help of the Holy Spirit, I do speak 6 languages. I speak French, I speak French, I speak English, I speak Portuguese, I speak German. What again? Spanish and Italian. Only because I love languages, only because of the commitment. And also because of what I saw here. Because I gotta say, when I was alone, when I had no shape, when I didn't know anything, God sent me two people. Two people for showing me that I could move forward. Two people for showing me that, John, if you are concentrated on what you're doing, if you really like what you're doing, if you take the small that I gave you and you make it bigger, or you concentrate on it, one day you will be at Citibank being the responsible of 2 departments. Come on. Why I'm talking about it? Because I was trained here in the Psls. When I had my interview at Citibank, those people watched me say, I gotta say, because I told you I had no shape, right? They said, what the hell the man is coming from? Because maybe I had the trousers bigger, I don't know as well. But anyway. My first boss was from Zambia. She heard me speaking English. She said, John, where did you learn your English? I said, well, I learned my English somewhere in the forest. Then I started working at Citibank, and what I was doing for me was so simple. But that is not what my chief saw. She called me and said, John, I have never had a boy working like you. Then I remember all these things I was saying to Susie, I was saying to Pablo, and all these things. If you really want to do something, you can do it, and people will say it. And people will say it. This is to say only you need concentration on what you're doing. You need commitment, right? You need commitment. You need to know what you really want to do and to do it. When Pablo talked to me about this around, when I was like, wow. Because I call Pablo Uga. Uga is in Nigeria, it means boss, it means chief. That's how I call Pablo. I remember many years ago when Pablo came, Pablo, well, it wasn't like that. You change benches were like that. And Pablo used to sit down here. Very ignorant. not knowing anything.
They charge me for all the today.
Oh, you bet. Really?
Like that.
Okay. Then Pablo, with his strength he had, with the commitment he had, he proved, he demonstrated that this language he could speak it. And unfortunately today we don't have all the assistants. I'm telling you, we have many assistants. Some of them are in Russia, some of them are in the United States. Yesterday I was talking with one of them who is in Korea. Who really even wants, because he met the minister of Korea, and the minister of Korea would like to fund the Psls for us to try to create a center in Korea. But we're still talking with them to know what we can do. So we really have a couple and many assistants whom I call generals. Okay, and I just would like to really thank Pablo, really, for what you have done, and for what you're doing, and for what you will do. As you know, a lot of you don't know me, right? Just because I have been away from the center for now 6-8 months, because I stopped teaching, just because I don't have time anymore.
And because you are married.
Really? Yeah, all this because I'm married, because I have a daughter, and I got a lot of responsibilities, and not only that, also at work, as I told you, they appointed me as the head of 2 departments, which means I do really have a lot of things to do. So I thought probably that I stopped because I think time was up for me. I needed to move out of the Psls. And whenever I stopped with the Psls, I had tears in my eyes, because I was saying to people that this is my office. This is my office, right? I was here. I spent 15 years. 15 years here. Do you know? 15 years here. Everybody got me, right? Yes. 15 years here. This was my house, this was, come on, I don't know how to put it. I prayed here. I mean, I did everything here. I met people here. Yeah, that's my house. And it was also my office. So I thank Pavodi because he took the center where the center was supposed to be taken. He brought the center, and he has all of you guys. Okay, some of you I don't know you. I have never taught you English, but Pavodi did it. Okay, that's why I think Pavodi is the best of all. Can we clap hands for him? I say it because Pavodi is still there, Pavodi is still working, and he's not paid, okay? Pavodi is not paid. I never pay Pavodi, no. He's not paid, but he's doing that. Out of his will. Out of his will. I'm very happy to see all of you guys. I don't know if all of you are here are students of the Psls. Can I see the hands of students of the Psls? Ah, really? That's a lot. That's great. And all this is Pavodi. And then we have Sarah Belimbo. Can you stand up, please, and people to see her? Can you clap hands for this?
The church service.
Oh, really?
Service.
That's
That's the consultant.
wow, that's great. Belimbo is also among my very first assistants. She's among the people. I can quote her. I can quote Lucien Bangelesa and Samuel Kimbukusu. These are the people who showed me that if we really put our hands together, we can build what we call that Tower of Babel. That's how we call it.
Yeah.
Babel Tower. If we put our hands together, and we did it with her. Thank you. You can see that. Thank you. I appreciate it. So I really, people say that.
This is a golden opportunity given to me tonight to express the meaning of this competition, which is not something easy, especially to speak in front of people like you, and especially to express myself in front of Mr. Smoon, and also my Master John, and you know, I have much to say, but
You speak very well, Mr. Papa.
Good. I have much to say, but I'm short of time. Mr. John was speaking about my story when I came at the Psls. I could never picture Pavodi speaking in front of guys like you today. And I was the weakest of all assistants, all assistants first, all students, starting by being the weakest of all students, and after that the weakest of all assistants. Then what I am today, when I see John, I always calling him John, you know. When I see John and
Really, I am.
yeah, exactly. I have tears. I have tears.
He caught us also the same thing.
Yes. I have tears in my eyes because when I came, we were caught up with Dick here at the center. And I have tears in my eyes, and if I can't speak English today, unfortunately, it's then, not much to say, but let me first express my deep gratitude toward Mr. John and all the stuff I saw when I came at the very first time at the Psls. I saw Mr. Corner who contributed.
Maybe you need to stand up. Corner is a great man.
I saw Mr. Corner.
Because in fact, I was not the only one who taught Pavodi. I did it with Corning. Because at the time Corning was assistant, I was not always present, and Corning participated to his training. Wow. So that's why I call him a great man as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Corner. Mr. Smoon at that time was coming scarcely, but let me tell you the truth publicly that today Mr. Smoon has contributed a lot in my life, not only as a father but also as a scholar to my eyes. You agree or not, but a scholar to my eyes. Wow. I'm too thankful. Yeah, I'm too thankful. John inspired me John inspired me and gave me the desire to speak English, to become a love of English. And as he used to say that English stole is youth, and the same thing, languages as stole the youth of John, and languages began to steal my youth. Because I had no more time. I had no more time. I had no more time to go to play. I had no more time to go to meet friends. I had no more time to play. To play. But I began to read English. I began to read. I began. I bought dictionaries. He gave me the Bible. The first English Bible I got was Mr. Swan's one through John. I got it. I went back home. I began to read. And what I have today, let me express it publicly. I could not be it without the PSLS. Wow. Without the PSLS, I could not. The respect I have from one another, the consideration, the value, how people can consider me when I walk, how people can say, yes, I have been taught because of poverty, A, B, C, D, and Z. And I'm too thankful. I tell you the truth. If not your presence, I could cry. I have tears.
We have handkerchiefs, don't worry about
it. Then today they called me to explain why PSLS English a word of honor. A while back, I was watching a competition, a video on my computer, and that video was in the United Kingdom. They organized a competition. It was at the University of Cambridge. And that competition concerned all Asian-based young English speakers. All of them, they came together and were united at Cambridge College, University, And then they had, just as you can see tonight, the jury and a lot of people came to support them. Though the places are very distant, but you could really admire how people, Asian people were speaking English. And at the end, they gave wonderful certificates, they gave prizes, and all those things. Then I was inspired, and I said, why not? Here in Congo, we need such things. We need to reward young guys. They come with that willingness. They come with the will to learn English. And they have not made a bad choice. They have made a wonderful choice, which is to choose the PSLS. Then they chose the PSLS. That's why I call it PSLS, English. Why English? Because here we have a lot of languages. We have Spanish. In the days to come, English can be replaced by Spanish. We can have another contestant running for PSLS Spanish. Then Spanish, a word. Why a word? Because this is a way for the PSLS to a word.
Just wait the shirt. My Spanish and German classes are free. Yes. They don't pay anything.
Exactly. This is something we have to emphasize. Free and free. I've learned Spanish for free, and I speak Spanish for free. For free. And we have the prizes as a word, and we say of honor. Why of honor? Because we want to honor their studious time they devoted to learn English. We want to honor their commitment and their choice they made from the very beginning, undoubtedly or doubtedly, to choose the PSLS. And that's why I got that idea. Today, if we can be together, all of us, here, to present you these guys in the final for this great PSLS English Award of Honor, which is a small thing. But I do believe from the bottom of my heart, tomorrow can become the greatest. Because even most of the dreams that I accomplished today as Facebook, as Microsoft, were from the very beginning just a small thing. A small thing. But today we can see them big dreams. We can see how it's accomplished, how all around the world people are talking about it. And I'm too thankful to all of you for your presence, for what you do to come here to support the PSLS. All of you, as students of the PSLS and also as guests, thank you too much.
Okay. Okay, right, that's too great. And
Don't worry, we're gonna look for your uncles and certainly we're gonna find them.
It's great, thank you. As I was saying, this is a real family. This real family, as you can notice, we laugh together, we eat together, we share problems, but not wives, okay? Just share wives. And just want to emphasize on something that this English which is spoken here on the stage in the mouth of those people, they learned it for free. I can say it. Why? Because the PSLS, we don't pay anything at least. Okay? Then it's over the past 2 months or 1 month that they spoke this English that they can speak tonight. You can clap your hand once more for them.
Yeah, thank you so much for the prof. Listen, guys, normally I get many things when he was saying here. I'm really touched by his way of speaking. Why? Because PV is a model for us. When we came at the center, normally we didn't think even that one day we could stand up in front of many people, even to open our small mouth. But today, yeah, we are really able, and when Joe sees me, so yeah, he doesn't believe. He doesn't believe, but today we are really able to do something. That's why when you love English, you can really speak, especially at the PSLS. We don't pay much. Okay, we don't pay much, but they give us more, and today we are really able to speak English. If you love it, you can speak it. If you love it, you can speak it. If you love it more, you can speak it. The Psls is still available to help you so that you may speak it correctly.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's why
we're running out of time.
Yeah.
Then just to remind you something that this guy you see here, there were a lot. I mean, there were 12. They were competing for this PSLS English honor. Then we're just going to ask all our competitors from the beginning of this competition, if they are in the class, they can stand up so that people may see them. Okay, you can just stand up if you took part of this competition. Among students, why? Clap your hands for them. Those people you see over there, they fought hard, and unfortunately, as you know, in every battle, there is only one person who can win, okay? But they fought hard, they gave all what they had, all what the PSLS gave them, but they stopped. Why? Because they could not go. First edition. The next one will be the next year. Then telling your neighbor that you will fight. This means that you also take part of the next edition.
And we hope that we will have many students, especially in our center. We still have a lot of students, but we don't need only students to come and to go. They have normally to take a part in this competition. Okay? Yeah.
Good. Clap your hands for Mr. Pichu. Thank you. Now it's time.
I'm only afraid that at the end we will have red hands. Because the number of times we got on our hands. Oh my God.
Yeah, you can clap again your hand. So don't be tired, okay, right? Don't be tired, you'll be clapping and clapping again and again and again and again. Can you clap your hand again? Now it's time for the competition. This is what we were waiting for. Now it's time. Time has come. Just tell your neighbor today is today. And this was translated by a guy of mine outside. who was saying Lolo is a Lelo. Then they said today is today. Okay, right. Today is today, right? Don't forget, if you love it, you can speak it.
If you love it more, you can
Speak it more.
Okay, thank you. Normally today we are going to have 2 practices.
Okay.
Normally and often we still have 2 practices. And today we are going to have the first practice. He is going to be about a prepared speech.
Okay.
Yeah, a prepared speech.
Okay.
And after that, then they have to fight between them.
Okay. We also have a debate.
Yeah, really, you are our children and we love you too much. But today, you have to convince us.
Yeah,
You have really to convince these people that you deserve and you deserve to be called winners.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Just to remind you something, we are accustomed to voting. Okay, but today you will not vote. Why? Are you happy because you will not vote? Okay. Today we will not vote. Why? Because you see, we have guests who are there. They will ask questions, but at least if you have got a question, you just write down, and I will give you the floor to ask your questions. Okay, right? Right? Can you clap your hands? Okay, thank you. We're going to begin.
Yeah.
Speech.
Yeah, we are going to start. I think.
Remember the members of the jury.
Really ready?
Ready?
Yeah, really ready?
Ready?
Yeah. Yeah,
Ready.
that's why. I'm going to call the first competitor, and that one is going to be.
It's going to be Elijah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Clap your hands for him. Okay, you know, he has power on us. Okay, we can change this. We're going to arrange something in some seconds. Okay. Okay, who is the first?
Yeah, then we are going to call.
Then we're going to be here. Okay, thank you. Can you clap your hands for Rodney? Before he made out his speech, we just asked you to be more concentrated, to listen to him, and also to, you know, if you have a question, you just write, okay? And then you have to be silent so that you may listen to him. It's a prepared speech. We used to say he prepared his speech, then he's going to hold that in front of you, right? Okay, I just got some 5 minutes, am I right?
Yes. Yeah, you have 5 minutes only to speak about your topic, and after that
you're going to receive questions.
Yeah, some assistants are going to bombard with you.
We think that, don't forget.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Okay, yes, got the floor.
Yeah, you have the floor.
Hello everybody. Hello. Hello members of the church. Hello dear contestants. It's really a privilege and a joy for me to stand here in front of you tonight, because first, it has been a long journey. We went through a winnowing process. Then we have been sieved until we reach this final. That's why I thank first Mr. Simon, that I consider not only like a model, but also like an icon for this country. Then let me say it publicly, I've always considered Mr. Simon as somebody of an English geek, somebody of an English enthusiast. Thank you very much. Thank you too much for being here. Then I've also noticed the presence of Mr. John, the CEO of the Senate. Thank you really for being here.
You're welcome,
Thank
sir.
you really for being here.
You're welcome.
Thank you for everything that you've done for the Senate.
You're welcome.
Then I've also noticed the presence of the one who showed me the way that I had to take. Mr. Cornet, a friend of mine, he's just here. Thank you for being here.
Wow.
Thank you for showing me the way to take. Then today, ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, dear contestants, since we began with this competition, if you have already noticed, I'm here in order to show you or to show us the path that you have to take in order for us to succeed in life. That's why at the beginning I spoke about peace. Because without peace we can't work. Without peace, we can't do anything. That's why we need first to build peace wherever we are. Then after that, I spoke about determination, which will help us to be perseverant, to struggle, to get ahead. Then after that, I spoke about gender equality. Because if you want to succeed, you have to be open to receiving any kind of advice from others. You have to consider others. You have to estimate others. Because you need their stances, their point of views, their standpoint. Then today, ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, dear contestants, perhaps you're wondering what this guy has brought us today. But you have not to go far away from this room to look for what I've brought you. You have only to look at my badge. It's written, be self-confident. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, today I've come to speak to you about self-confidence. Then as usual, before getting into the swing of things, I have first to define the keyword, confidence. Confidence. Then in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, dear contestants, confidence is the feeling of trust in someone or in something. Therefore, self-confidence is the combination of self-efficacy and self-esteem. Then self-efficacy is the internal sense or belief that we can achieve a variety of tasks or goals in life. Then self-esteem is tantamount indeed to self-efficacy, but it's more related to the belief that we are generally more skillful, more proficient in what we do, and we deserve to be happy in life. Then, ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, dear contestants, somebody with self-confidence is willing to take risks to achieve their personal and professional goals, and they always think positively about their future. But someone who is short of self-confidence is less likely to think or to feel that they can achieve their goals. And they tend to have a negative perspective about themselves and about what they hope to gain in life. Then being self-confident is to have confidence in yourself, in your abilities, to believe first in yourself. Don't limit yourself. Don't be stuck on what people say. People can limit you. People can say that it's impossible to reach the culminant point because they have already experienced it. Then you believe and you rely on their past experiences. You have to believe first in yourself. You have to be a ball of fire. You have to be a go-getter. You have to be ambitious in life. Because in English saying, guys, don't limit your challenges, but challenge your limits. You have to struggle to get ahead. Then, ladies and gentlemen, let me illustrate my speech by taking the case of a famous man, Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln. Then Abraham Lincoln was born in Kentucky in 1806. Then, ladies and gentlemen, Abraham Lincoln had many jobs. He was chopping wood, he was selling in a store, and so on. But Abraham Lincoln wanted to become a lawyer. Unfortunately for him, at the